Check, check.
Addie said something.
Check. 1, 2. Check, check. Check.
Addie, check mine too. Check. Test sound check. 1, 2. Check, check, check. here before we get started for tonight's game between the James Buchanan Rockets and the Northern Polar Bears. I got a thumbs up from my sound guy that our sound is working.
Check. Can you hear me? All right. We're
Coach
golden.
Beagle's also ready to go here this evening.
The Rockets come into tonight's contest with a 1-4 record, and the Northern Polar Bears are 9-0.
Northern's had a quite impressive year, good program, Coach Beagle, and looking forward to watching them tonight. Our Rockets have had a somewhat slow start, but they play hard. They're young, and a lot of room for growth. Looking forward to seeing them also.
Should make for an exciting game. Northern has a distinct height advantage, I think, here. Got several gentlemen, looks like they go well over 6 foot. And they're starting a couple juniors and one junior and 4 seniors. So a very experienced team there.
We'll go ahead and do the starting lineups for the Northern Polar Bears. Number 3, Zach French. Number 10, Jordan Heisey. Number 15, Tyler Weary. Number 23, Alec Welshans. And number 32, Nate McGill. Countering for the Rockets, the number 0, Jace Piper. Number 2, Caden Stoner. Number 14, Garrett Hand. Number 23, Owen Cooper. And number 33, Cade Layton.
And the Rocket JV team came out with a victory, a 39-33 victory. A little bit of a barn burner at the end of the last 45 seconds.
Had to salt it away at the end, Coach.
It's a good win for them. And the Rocket coaches are looking pretty dapper over there in their matching outfits. Coach Piper made sure to let me know that, so give them a push there, a plus there about looking dapper.
I have to remind Coach Piper that I don't think the superintendent has that jacket yet. May have to make a suggestion to share the love with the boss.
There you go. Gotta support.
We talked last night, Coach Beagle, that it was just great to be having sports here this winter. It certainly wasn't a guarantee throughout this school year, fall, winter, and hopefully spring. But just glad for the kids to be out there doing their thing and having a chance to participate. It's a big part of school. The school experience is high school athletics and extracurricular activities. So I'm glad we can make that happen for our kids.
And the kids really enjoy it, and I think the majority of them will do whatever it takes to participate in any activities. I don't think the masks really bother them. It's just part of everyday.
Yeah, you know what? There was a lot of talk about the masks over the summertime, and of course, it's everybody has to get used to that. But as much talk as there was about whether we were going to have to wear masks or not, both for school and for extracurriculars. From day one of school, the kids came with their masks on and just adjusted and did a great job. From little ones in kindergarten the whole way up through high school, they did what they have to do, and that's really important and really a testament to our kids. And like you said, you saw it in the fall season when you were coaching, but our coaches did a great job, did everything we asked, made sure that we followed all of our protocols and did what we had to do to keep things safe. It is unfortunate that we don't have visiting crowds in the basketball season. The Mid-Penn made that decision to not allow visiting crowds, and I think it's the right decision, certainly. But I know that limits some of the rivalry games when you can't have visiting spectators, and we do limit also the amount of home spectators. We've been giving out mostly families, probably 2 to 4 tickets, depending on a few other factors, but we've had some spectators. I said last night at the game that even with home spectators, it still seems quiet. The game seemed really quiet to me. So we're certainly anxious to look forward to more normal things in the future, but for the time being, it's great just to have sports being played.
That it is, and it's a testament to these kids and the coaches and the administration for allowing this to happen and. Yeah, I must say,
we were very proud of a handful of our student athletes. our district made the decision there around Christmas and New Year's and into January to delay sports a little bit, about a week beyond when the governor actually disallowed sports. So a lot of our kids came to a school board meeting, spoke very eloquently and passionately about their desire to get back in and to be able to play. And of course the board was great and listened to that and allowed them to get started again. And I guess we kicked off again on January 12th. And then it started competitions on January 19th. So we were only a little bit behind the rest of the schools. And as wintertime scheduling goes, it all kind of comes up to a sprint to the end anyhow.
Exactly. With the weather, you never know. There will be times where you'll play 4 and 5 games in a week.
Yeah, I know it's we're pretty well scheduled full throughout the remainder of February and even beyond that a little bit, but we won't have too many nights off. But Coach Scott is doing the PA announcements now to get the game started.
District events. Thank you. The Tuscarora School District prohibits the use or possession of tobacco products, which include vape pens and e-cigarettes on school district property. Please adhere to the school district policy and refrain from use of any of these products. The Peyton Walker Foundation and the PIAA District 3 have teamed up to promote awareness of sudden cardiac arrest.
There actually is a nice little crowd here tonight for this game.
I'd say we have maybe 40 to 50 people here this evening, maybe more than that. I see we have about 40 watching us on YouTube right now. That's we talked last night that one of the again you try to find bonuses or good things in the midst of struggles, and certainly coronavirus has been a horrible struggle for us and for people around the world. But one of the benefits I think is the fact that we are streaming our games now. I think that's something that we can do beyond just this season and try to continue that momentum where we can reach more of our fans that can't make it out to our games. On that note, I want to thank TelePlus and Jason Ellis for their generous donations that have allowed us to purchase a lot of the equipment that it takes to broadcast. We've got a great student team that runs the video production process and does a great job at that. So we're good learning experience for our students also. But TelePlus has been very generous under the lead of Jason Ellis.
Tonight on the live stream, we have Addie Krause and Colby Starr and Erica.
Looks like Coach Piper's up there.
Coach Piper's up there.
Turning, I believe.
She'll do anything to get into a game.
That's right. She snuck in the back door. We're glad to have her.
And she does a nice job.
And we're wrapping things up, getting ready for the introductions here in the Rocket Gymnasium. We'll do the anthem, and we'll get things started for this evening between the Northern Polar Bears and the James Buchanan Rockets.
James Buchanan High School in this evening's contest with the Northern Polar Bears, the PIAA Mid-Penn Conference, and the James Buchanan Athletic Program. Actions meant to demean players, coaches, spectators, or officials are not in the highest ideals of interscholastic education or competition and will not be tolerated. Such actions will result in your removal from this facility. The athletes before you are giving you their best effort. You should give them yours. Be loud, be proud, and be positive. Thank you and go Rockets. And now, ladies and gentlemen, here's the starting lineup for the Northern Polar Bears. The Polar Bears come in here with a 9-0 record. At guard, 11th grader number 3, Zach French. At guard, senior number 10, Jordan Heisey. At forward, senior number 15, Tyler Weary. At forward, senior number 23, Alec Welshans. At guard, senior number 32, Nate McGill. The Polar Bears are coached by Coach McGill, and here, ladies and gentlemen, are your starting lineup for your James Buchanan Rockets. Sophomore number 0, Jace Piper. Senior number 2, Clayton Stoner. junior number 33, Cade Layton. The Rockets are coached by head coach Matt Piper, assisted by Byron Swales, John Carrington, and Dylan Rhodes. The officials for tonight's game are Mr. Larry Kappenstein, Mr. Jimmy Van Dyke, and Mr. Kevin Bovenar. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise and remove your hats for the playing of our national anthem.
All right, Coach Beagle, here we go.
Here we go, set for the tip-off.
National anthem played, crowd seated, music playing. Let's get it started. Here we go, Coach. Also want to thank our administration of James Buchanan High School for all their efforts to keep things organized. Takes a lot more than people know to run events, to schedule events, to make sure that they're done properly, especially this year with our COVID protocols. But they're very supportive, do a great job. Mr. Bradley's here this evening. Coach Stroud, of course, is always here, and making sure that things go smoothly. And here we are for the tip. Looks like Layton and McGill. McGill controls the tip. Number 10 drives in, off the rim.
Rockets come up with the rebound.
Owen Cooper controls the rebound, gets it to Stoner. Garrett Ham picks up the loose ball. Quickly to Layton for the in and out.
And the Polar Bears are in a man-to-man defense.
Tie up with Cooper and Weary. It'll remain Rocket ball on the possession. Stoner to inbound. Gets it to Layton in the corner.
Got Stoner open there in the corner.
Oh, mishandle there in the inside. Number 3 bringing it down for the Polar Bears. Going to have a foul, it looks like, on Owen Cooper. That'll be his first, team first. And it'll be on the end line for the Polar Bears.
Heisey inbounding the ball. Rockets are in a man-to-man. Nice dump off by Heisey.
Couldn't get
Missed that shot.
Couldn't get it to go. Stoner comes out with the rebound. Brings the ball up. Gets it partially stolen out. Now stolen, controlled.
That's it. Weary
Taken
for 2.
For score by Weary. Makes it 2-0 Polar Bears. Just over a minute into the contest.
And Bears trapping. Extending their man-to-man defense to have
Heisey on the run out. Heisey for 2.
More pressure by the Polar Bears.
Rockets going to have to control this pressure, take care of the basketball. Already had a few
mishandles,
turnovers here this evening that have led to 2 easy buckets for the Polar Bears.
Stoner at the point for the Rockets.
3 Polar Bears surround Stoner before he gets it off to Cooper. Back to Stoner. Drives to his left. Kicks back out to Cooper. Layton.
A lot of pressure by number 10.
There's another steal
Heisey.
by Heisey. And another basket on the run out for Heisey.
Timeout, Rockets.
Quick timeout for the Rockets. 6-0 lead for the Polar Bears just over 2 minutes in.
Trent Amsley going to check in for the Rockets.
Again, so just a real quick so far, Beaks. We got to make sure we take care of the ball. We're having a few early turnovers here, led to some Polar Bear runouts and easy baskets. The Polar Bears are really extending their defense almost out to half court, doing a little trapping there.
A little trapping. So, yep, Trent Amsley checked into the lineup.
Replacing Cooper, it looks like.
Polar Bears, full court. They're denying the inbound, or the letting the pass in and then double teaming.
Rockets get it broken this time. Off the hand in the corner, comes up short on a three-pointer. Nobody back for the Rockets. Number 15, Weary whistles out and gets the ball back to McGill. And Welshands with the three, rebounded by Heisey. Draws the
Bucket
foul.
no good.
The foul appears to be on Caden Stoner. That's his first. And Heisey will be at the line shooting two. First one rattles in for Heisey.
And the second one is good.
Heisey's got 6 out of the Polar Bears' first 8 points here for a fast start. And the Rockets break the press this time. Trent Amsley to the basket.
Finally.
For 2.
That was a much-needed bucket there.
Yeah, broke the ice there. Heisey dumps off to number 23, Alec Welshands, for an easy basket.
Heisey sees the ball, or sees the floor very well.
Yeah, he's been really impressive so far. Started fast start.
He's all over the place.
Unselfish move that time. He dumped off to a teammate for an easy basket. Amsley's trapped in the corner, plays it off the Polar Bear defender's leg, and will retain possession. Can't see that number, Biggs.
21. Must be 24. Andrew Gingrich
24, yeah.
is in the game.
Oh, Amsley got bumped.
Foul
Looks like-
by number 15, Weary. That's his first, team's first.
Inbounds to Amsley again. Amsley goes aggressively
To
to the
the hoop.
basket. And another nice basket by Amsley. Looks like we have an and one situation or foul on the play. I didn't catch the number.
Number 23.
Be his first and the second foul on the Polar Bears. And Trent knocks in the foul shot for a three-point play.
Three-pointer. Missed.
Off the mark. Caden Stoner rips the ball away from the Polar Bear defender.
I say
With a
not many
rebound.
people are going to rip it out of Caden's hands. Strong young man.
Hands in trouble here. Gets out to Piper.
Dish to Amsley.
Okay, Layton with a nice pull-up. Doesn't get it to go. Rockets again aren't getting back on defense. Now they
McGill
catch
with the
him.
rebound and outlets it.
And a foul called. Number 15, Weary, goes up and gets fouled in the act of shooting. Be going for the line for two. Looks like Stoner has his second foul. Team's third, I believe. And
Yep, team's third.
Weary will be at the line for two foul shots.
3:57 left in the first quarter.
Off the back iron for the first one. Keeping the score at 10-5, Polar Bears.
Zach Beam checks in for the Bears.
Gets the second one to go for Weary. Giving the Polar Bears a 6-point lead here, just over halfway through the first quarter. Oh!
Polar Bears still pressuring the Rockets full court.
Tipped away, and
They're saying off the Rockets. Not quite sure about that one. We need the red flag.
the challenge flag.
Challenge flag.
That would make the game longer, Beeks.
That's true. Beam for 2.
Just into the game. Jace Piper brings the ball up to Amsley.
Now check that. That was Weary for that 2.
Ball goes off of Cade Layton's foot. It'll be Polar Bear ball. Number 41, Eisenberg, Tommy Eisenberg, coming into the game for the Polar Bears. Polar Bears enjoying a 13-5, 8-point lead here, halfway through the first period.
Bears got some height advantage here.
They do. They've got three young men that I appear to be 6'2", 6'3" at least. Stoner with the strong rebound. Out to Amsley.
Going down.
Draws a foul.
Amsley's not afraid to take the ball to the hoop
Trent's
here.
done a good job. He's played aggressively so far, going to the hole, creating some contact. Can't tell whether we're going to shoot here or whether it was before on the floor. Looks like it's going to be on the floor. Number 41, Tommy Eisenberg, with his first foul.
3 team fouls for the Polar Bears.
Garrett Ham with the pull-up. Looks like Amsley might have pushed off from behind there on the rebound. That'll be Amsley's first foul, and the Rockets' 4th. Score's still 13-5, Polar Bears. As Beam brings the ball up for set up the offense.
Eisenberg running the baseline.
Well, broken up there by Layton down low. Out quickly to Piper.
Double team.
No, there he gets rid of it. Layton is blocked. Stoner for the 3, and he got it.
And he got it.
Caden's a streaky shooter. If he can get hot, he can do a lot of good things for the Rockets. That one's short. Looks like an air ball. Stoner shields off Heisey, and the Rockets will keep the ball out of bounds.
Rockets needed that one. Hissong checks into the game for the Rockets. Amsley with the ball.
Amsley's lining up the Polar Bear pressure here. They trap as soon as they get across half court with at least 2, if not the 3rd Polar Bear defender. McGill goes strong to the hole and gets fouled. Be an and 1 for McGill.
Bucket is good.
I believe that was Amsley.
That's not good. That'll be his
That's his second foul.
his second.
And 5 total for the Rockets.
Rockets need to help out their point guard. Move to the ball.
McGill with a nice lefty stroke. Puts in the free throw for a 3-point play. Need to get somebody to the middle here, I think, Beeks.
Another dangerous pass.
Looks like Stoner's going to get called out of desperation there, trying to play defensive back. And
he didn't win that battle.
is that his third?
That's his 3rd foul. Team 6th. So the Bears will be in the bonus the rest of this half.
That's tough having Caden with 3 fouls in the first quarter. You hate to see that.
Weary checks in for the Polar Bears, in for number 32, McGill. Weary at the point. Trying to spread that Rocket defense out. They're in a zone, extending it.
Spread out. Yep. Zone, trying to come out high off the zone.
Bears moving the ball really well.
Weary with the three-pointer from the elbow. Brings your score to 19-8, Polar Bears. Stolen by number 3, Zach French. Dish off to 24, Gingrich for a layup. Going to be a timeout, Rockets, with just under a minute to play in the first quarter. The Polar Bears have stretched it out to a 21-8 lead.
Rocket swimmers were in action tonight against Trinity. Didn't see an update on that score. Tomorrow morning, the girls' junior basketball team will be playing here at the high school gymnasium, so there will be fans allowed. I know a lot of the junior high parents are excited for that.
Yeah, that's been a nice scheduling maneuver as we are able to by Coach Strott to be able to move some of our junior high games to the high school where there's more capacity for spectators. With their precautions and the regulations that we have to live by, we just can't get spectators into the middle school gymnasium. There's just not the capacity. So I know on several occasions he's moved games from the middle school to the high school for our junior high kids.
And that's a big thing with the junior high kids. They love playing up here. It's a bigger court. Just gets them ready for when they're up here at the high school. And I know when I was coaching junior high, we liked to play up here. It was a fun atmosphere.
And that is certainly the nature of scheduling this winter, especially. We have multiple events every evening, if not every day. Tomorrow, of course, is Saturday. We'll have them throughout the day. But I don't believe there's anything tomorrow night, though. We have Saturday night off, Beeks.
I know. I won't know what I'm going to do.
Long pass by Jace to Cade Layton. Nice assist there. Layton puts in a nice layup.
Might have to binge some Netflix
for
shows.
For his first points of the evening. Pass inside to Weary. It's a nifty little layup. Amsey again bringing the ball up under pressure. Crosses over a little bit. Again, try not to get trapped there in the corner.
Got to get it out of that corner. Keep the ball moving.
Just not able to penetrate very far into that zone at all. They bring it out high. They double team. A lot of pressure on us out top, and it's tough to find lanes for the Rockets. There's Sam Hands able to drive in. Can't get it up and away, though. Run out by French. The 15 in the corner. It's off, but Heisey picks up the rebound for the Polar Bears.
And with their height advantage, I mean.
Oh, tough shot at the buzzer.
And it's good.
And it goes for Heisey at the buzzer. Rattled around, but eventually went down.
And with Northern, with their wingspan, they can cover a lot of ground.
At the end of the first quarter, the score is Northern 26, James Buchanan 10. As Coach Beagle said earlier, the Polar Bears will be shooting foul shots in the bonus for the entire second quarter. The next foul will be the 7th one, putting them in the bonus. Only 3 fouls on the Polar Bears.
Okay, a little wrap up here. We have Jordan Heisey with 9 points, 3 field goals, and 2 for 2 at the foul line. Weary, 10 points, 4 field goals, and 1 for 2 at the foul line. Welsham, 1 field goal. Gingrich with 1 field goal. And McGill, 1 field goal and a 1 for 1 at the foul line.
To me, Heisey was the engine there that got him off to a fast start.
And for the Rockets, we have Stoner with a 3-pointer, 3 fouls. Amsley with 5 points, 2 field goals, and a foul shot with 2 fouls. And Layton with a bucket.
Trent did a nice job after he came in, added some energy. Had a couple of aggressive drives to the basket. Oh. It's going to be Layton with a foul on number 23, Welshans. It's on the floor.
That's his first.
But he'll be
shooting 1-1.
Be shooting 1-1, I believe, if they catch that. It's the first foul on Layton. Again, 7th, which puts us into the bonus for the Polar Bears. We'll be shooting 1-1. Welshan's first is good.
And going for the second one. And it's good.
Nothing but net on that one, Beeks.
Nice form.
Stoner's back in the game with his 3 fouls. And loses it. Going to have another foul on Trent Amsley on the loose ball there. That's Trent's 3rd personal. And the Polar Bears will be headed for the foul stripe.
That's 18 fouls.
Number 32, McGill, will be shooting. Rolls the first one in off the front rim. And we'll get a second shot.
I have to talk to Coach Stroud about that shooter's rim.
Sinks number 2. Brings the Polar Bear lead to 30-10, 20-point lead here early in the second quarter.
Number 34, Spencer Gordon's checked into the game for the Rockets.
Polar Bears to inbound.
Number 15.
Quickly to Weary, banks it in nicely off the glass. Amsley with the contested layup, too hard off the glass. Gets it out to McGill. Can't get it to go. It'll be Rocket ball off the McGill miss.
Polar Bears are running the ball. They're pushing it down the court.
They're athletic. They cover a lot of ground. Like you said, wingspan is really impressive. Got 5 good athletes on the floor at all times.
They're quick.
Into Weary. Gets it in over Amsley. Chase Piper takes it in for an attempted layup. Doesn't get it to go. Out quickly to Heisey running the floor.
McGill with the rebound down there and pushing the ball.
And the Heisey misses off of a Polar Bear. And it'll be Rockets ball.
Not sure what they're
sure
calling.
What we have here now. A little confusion with the officials.
I think Northern wanted a foul.
Well, we all want fouls sometimes, Beeks.
Stoner loses it off the double team. 23.
Welshans puts it in. Off the dish from McGill. Owen Cooper gets it up to Amsley. Dishes out to Caden Stoner for 3. Too strong. Good board by French. Kicks it out to McGill. Nice spin move by Weary underneath. Oh, another broken up pass. McGill dishes to Heisey with the lefty layup for 2.
And there's a timeout called by the Rockets.
Bears just ran off a quick 10 there. It was 30-10 just a few minutes ago. It's now 40-10 with 6 minutes left in the second quarter. We talked a lot about turnovers at last night's girls game, Coach Beagle, and it was a big factor in the Lady Rockets loss last night. They have a lot of turnovers in the boys game here this evening also. Just need to be stronger with the ball, a little more confident.
I can remember my high school coach would always say a turnover is a 4-point swing. The 2 points you didn't get and the 2 points that they got.
Absolutely, and that's been especially the case here this evening because there's a lot of easy baskets off the Rocket turnovers. We had a couple of runouts and a lot of easy layups for the Polar Bears. Layton brings it in to Piper. Just gets it back to Layton, to Amsley. Get it across half court. And here comes that trap again. Piper takes it.
Piper takes it to
Might have been some contact, no call. Quickly out to Weary for another layup.
Weary's just sneaking in behind the defense and gets in there real quick for
glides. He glides and it's a smooth move.
Stoner for three. Much needed there.
Number 0, Delafield has entered for the Polar Bears for the first time.
23.
Dish from McGill to Welshans for an easy bucket.
Amsley with the ball. Layton
the long shot.
for three.
It's a good looking shot on that time, Beagle. Oh.
Again with the fast break, number 5, Beam.
Beam snuck out and got behind the Rockets. There's a quick dish down to Cade Layton. Draws a foul. Looks like maybe number 23, Layton, should be going to the line to shoot 2.
4th foul against the Polar Bears. Eisenberg set to check in.
Yeah, I believe the foul was on Welshans, his second. Layton with the delivery hits the first foul shot.
Gingrich also checks in for the Polar Bears.
Layton will line up his second foul shot here.
Trent Miller into the game for the Rockets.
Layton can't get the second one to go off the side of the rim.
Gingrich with the rebound, kicks it back out to number 5, Beam.
Rockets extending their zone a little bit to try and take away any outside shots, any three-pointers. There's Heisey for a 3 from the
Nothing but net.
Nails it.
Got 4:05 left in this half.
Piper gets it up. Oh, tough pass. Looks like it might be tipped out by the Polar Bears, and the Rockets will retain possession. Good hustle by number 0, Delafield. For the Bears. Stoner will inbound it. Tough spot to inbound it in that far corner.
Yeah, not a lot of room
angles,
to move.
Jace Piper gets it in, backs his man in. Back out to Stoner for 3. Got it.
Stoners finding his rhythm.
Caden's third 3, but nice to see him get hot and really start to light some up here this evening. We certainly need to have the offense. Trent Miller with the good rebound.
Heisey being called.
Over the back here for his foul.
Team's 5th.
Trent Miller making an impact right away with a tough defensive rebound there.
Doesn't matter what size you are. You box out right, you're going to get it.
Cheer for the little guy. There you go, Biggs.
Knocked out by the Bears. Stoner inbounding. Piper with the 3. He's off.
It was down there. I'm probably good now. I'm probably better now. Heisey misses that 3. They told me my mic was a little bit muffled. Hopefully you can hear me better now. Delafield fouls Miller. It'll be Delafield's first personal foul.
Team 6th.
Rockets will be shooting the bonus on the next foul.
French checks in for Beam, taking a little breather. Miller inbounds the ball.
Coach Strout with our technical assistance here tonight, Beegs.
Not sure what's going on.
I don't know. We're just here to talk.
We'll talk. If you can hear us, give us a thumbs up.
Stoner's in the corner, gets it out to Layton.
Or give us a like on Facebook.
Makes a quick move.
Or YouTube or whatever we're on.
I think we're on YouTube here this evening on the Tuscarora Sports Channel. Dishes it down to number 3 in the corner for a 3-pointer off the front of the rim. Amsey with the rebound. Quickly out to Caden Stoner. On the right-hand side of the court, back to Miller. Trent dribbles out of trouble. Dishes to Amsley for three. Too long. Number 3, French comes out. It's the whole way coast to coast for a layup for Zach French. Trent's going to clear things out a little bit, use his dribbling skills. Gets it across half. Draws another foul on Heisey. Good job, Trent.
That's Heisey's second.
Trent should be going to the line here to shoot a 1-on-1.
Team 7th. We have number 32, McGill, and number 15, Weary, checking in. Also for the Rockets, number 14, Han.
Miller at the line for his first foul shot. Oop, off the front of the rim. Can't get it to go. McGill's got the ball. Off to number 24 for a three-pointer and gets it. That's Andrew Geinrich with his second basket of the season, first three-pointer. Tough cross-court pass there attempted by Jace Piper. Could not be handled by Garrett Han, and it'll be the Polar Bears ball.
Number 2, Gavin Moyer, checks in for number 10, Heisey, for the Polar Bears.
French running point now for the Polar Bears.
That's the slowest Polar Bears have brought the ball down the court.
It's been quick. They've been pushing the pace here pretty well.
Made me tired.
You had a tough day today, Beeks.
I did.
Slowing it down a little. Almost said that too quickly. Weary goes in. Ooh, draws a foul on someone.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that.
Didn't see much.
Ghost foul. Little conference there.
Let's see who the foul is called on here. Nobody seems to.
Not sure who it's on.
Did he say?
Number 1?
Not sure how to. Oh wait, this is off the ball. Like this is McGill shooting. So the basket was good by Weary. McGill got fouled away from the ball apparently.
Okay.
But I still don't know who.
Oh, I think it was on Trent Miller.
That's what's up on this.
That's what's on the board. We know Tom Kaltweiler's not wrong. Miller with that three-pointer miss.
McGill pushes base to Weary. Yeah, nice little floater by Weary.
Okay, Weary's has.
I'm out of space in my second quarter.
He's got 14 points just this quarter.
So he can't score anymore. I don't have any more space to put down any more points. Should we tell him that, Biggs?
Sure.
Just so he knows.
I don't think they'll listen to us, but
I
we can try.
I wouldn't expect to want him to, but he's having a really, really strong second quarter.
Piper with the drive and miss.
Quickly to French. Tries to dish to McGill. Hand breaks it up, and the Polar Bears will retain possession here under their own basket.
Guess we'll have to write smaller in our boxes here on the scorebook.
Under 40 seconds left now here in the second quarter. McGill makes a nice little step-back move for the three-pointer and drains the three-pointer.
They've got some range.
That was really nice, smooth footwork there. Dribble to set up his shot and nailed it. Stoner gets out of trouble, resets here. Into Piper, the elbow. Doubled off to Amsley. Amsley gets around to the right, drives to his right. Nice little floater. Gets it to go off the glass. That's. Oh!
You've got to be kidding me. I don't even know who shot that.
I think it was number 3. I wasn't expecting that. Number 3
I wasn't
at
either.
The buzzer. Gets it to go.
Oh, my. All right. Give a little wrap up here. At the end of the second quarter, it's 65-22 for the Rockets. In the second quarter, we had Trent Miller was 0 for 1 at the foul line. Caden Stoner was hit 2 threes for a total of 6 points there. Trent Amsley had a field goal for 2. And Cade Layton had 1 3-pointer, and he was 2 for 3 at the foul line. Rockets only had 9 fouls. For the Polar Bears, French, 2 field goals for 5 points. Beam, 1 field goal for 2. Heisey, 2 field goals for 5, and he has 2 fouls. Weary, again, had 7 field goals for 14 and has 1 foul. Welshams was 1 field goal, 2 for 2 for a total of 4. Gingrich had a 3, and McGill was 1 field goal and 2 for 3 for a total of 5 points. They put on a scoring show that second quarter.
Yeah, Coach, not much to say about that. I think the Polar Bears are as advertised, coming in at 9-0. I believe they're first in District 3 in power rankings, so we expected a strong opponent this evening. We certainly are seeing that here against the Rockets. Really good athletes, long, skilled, athletic, good, really impressive. It's good for the Rockets to see this kind of competition, though. Obviously, you can't get better if you don't face tough competition. So,
all right,
Rockets are young, a lot to learn, but also are playing hard.
Polar Bears unselfish with the basketball, dishing it to the open guy, and they do work it every once in a while to get that open shot.
I tell you, Weary's been impressive to me. He's obviously the leading point scorer so far this evening. Had a lot of nice little floaters in toward the basket. Got him to go. He glides pretty nicely.
Like you said earlier, they're very athletic. I'm not sure what they're feeding them up there in Dillsburg because they're pretty tall.
And a couple good diners up there at Dillsburg. Coach.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe they...
Baker's Diner.
Yes, absolutely.
Baker's Diner. Great pie, great food.
and we're not getting paid to advertise them either, are we?
Nope.
Maybe next time we show up there, we'll get a little love, a little discount. I'm going to sign off here for a second, Coach Beagle, and be right back.
All right. Signing off. We'll be back in a few.
Here we are. Welcome back to the Tuscarora Sports Channel with our live stream broadcast of the boys basketball contest between the James Buchanan Rockets and the Northern Polar Bears. Polar Bears put on a pretty good clinic here first half. Coach Beagle putting up 65 points on the Rockets.
That's the most points I have seen.
Yeah, that's
a half.
That's a big number, Coach.
That is.
So I think obviously Rockets have a big uphill climb to make this game at all competitive here in the second half. Hopefully we can get a good learning experience, see what a strong competitor, good program looks like, and build toward that in our future.
And the Rockets are always known for being scrappy. They never give up. They're always going to fight no matter what.
I don't know exactly what the running clock rules are in basketball, Beaks, but I would think this certainly qualifies.
They changed it to 30 points. When you're up 30, it's a running clock. It stops at timeouts and injuries.
So that should...
And I think foul shots. I'm not real sure. I thought it was foul shots.
Not sure either, Coach. I certainly see how that plays out here with the running clock in the second half. That'll speed up the game a little bit as far as the actual duration. Again, a lot of it was about ball control, cutting down on the turnovers in that first half for the Rockets. Again, with the Polar Bears being so athletic, bringing that half-court pressure.
Right. It looks like the Polar Bears are starting with 3. French, Heisey, number 10, Weary, 15, Welsham, 23.
And McGill, 32.
Rockets have Caden Stoner at the point.
Garrett Ham at the ball now. Piper, Amsley, and Cooper.
Piper in at the post.
For their starting 5 here in the second half. Knocked away almost by number 23. Recovered by Amsley. Drives in.
Blocked by
McGill.
32.
Oh, great pass. Great catch.
23
and
there.
Left-handed lay-in by number 23, Welshans. That was a really pretty break. Jace Piper's running point. His left-handed dribble off to Stoner in the corner, double teams. Back out to Piper. Drives. Does not draw any contact. Rebounded by number 23 out to McGill to Heisey. Good ball movement there by the Polar Bears for number 3 in the corner. And he nails it.
That's French.
French with a three-pointer. Brings the score to 70-22 for the Polar Bears. So picked off by Cooper. Knocked free from behind. Back to Cooper for a three-pointer. A little short.
First mistake I've seen Heisey make with the basketball.
Heisey got the rebound, slows it up for McGill. Back to Heisey, dishes down. 23 for the three-pointer, and that's good. Welshans hits a 3. The Polar Bears are getting good open looks, and they're nailing the threes at this point to start the third quarter. Piper with a shot comes up a little bit short, out of bounds, over to the Polar Bears. Trent Miller coming into the game again, replacing Owen Cooper. And Spencer Gordon is going to bring Trent Amsley out of the game for a time period. Heisey running point now. Brings it up against the Rocket zone. McGill in the corner. Number 15.
For a deep 3.
Can't get it to go.
In and out.
Rebound by Miller. Stoner with a tough contested 3. Rebounded out to McGill. Fast break to number 3, French for the layup.
2 passes and a bucket.
Yeah, that's another thing, Coach, that we need to get back. Several times we've been beaten down the court on a quick, fast break like that. And again, the Polar Bears are athletic, but that's a matter of discipline, making sure we have somebody back to combat those fast breaks. Stoner dishes to Gordon, contested. McGill high for the rebound, out to Heisey with a run out and a 2-point layup.
Polar Bears fast break reminds me of back in the day when I was in high school. Coach always said, as soon as the shot goes up, you take off.
Weary controls off to Heisey. McGill in the corner.
Back in the day, Coach, you would have seen lots of playing time in this game.
This is my kind of ball game. Might not have always been on the plus side or the minus side of these games, but I'd get to play in a 50-point ball game. Otherwise, I had the best seat in the house. I had the 11th seat on the bench.
I remember those days.
A lot of good times in the basketball court, but I didn't contribute as much as some other players did. Stoner with a three-pointer.
In and out.
Can't get it to go. Rebounded by
French. Moving the ball quickly.
McGill dishes down.
Kicks it back out for the three.
Welshans hits the three.
Timeout.
At the 3:44 mark of the third quarter. Scores 80-22 Polar Bears over the Rockets.
Rockets need to find a way to take the lid off the hoop here this quarter.
Yeah, have yet to score in the third quarter. The Rockets have been shut out on the scoreboard here in the third quarter.
No fouls either this quarter.
No fouls, and it is going quickly if there's any advantage to this type of a ball game. Already past the halfway point of the third third quarter.
I was going to say, didn't the semester just start?
I'm thinking grades, wow.
Rockets have Piper, Stoner, Gordon. No, that's 24. Check that. That's it. Hissong and Han and Miller.
Yeah, maybe as a coach, Big, you try and win small spurts of this game. Try and win the second half of this quarter. Try and get some little spurts. Try and do some good things on offense.
Just set little goals and accomplish them.
Small goals. Yeah, tough pass there. Somebody wasn't looking in the right place. Into number 41. There's our first foul.
Hissong
with his first foul of the second.
Eisenberg will go to the line for two. Right now we have Andrew Wolf, number 14, in for the Polar Bears. Number 25, Braden Zell.
Eisenberg gets his first one to go.
Ryan Delafield and Gingrich in.
Eisenberg gets both of his foul shots to go. Brings it to a 60-point ball game, 82-22 for the Polar Bears. Trent Miller brings the ball up.
Stoner with the three, short.
It's a tough shot, contested three. Caden's trying his best to get things off there, but not getting a lot of space to get those shots off.
Andrew Wolf running the point for the Polar Bears.
So we're going to have a foul on Piper, I believe, on the floor.
That's his first, team's second. Cade Layton checking in for the Rockets. Chase Piper taking a breather.
Polar Bears slowing it down a little bit here, running their set offense, in no hurry to put any shots up. Now we do a shot from the corner. Oops, off the top of the glass. A little right. Stoner with the rebound. Brings it back to Trent. We're down to under 2 minutes now in the third quarter with this moving clock. And very few fouls, very few stoppages of play. Layton takes it aggressively to the basket. Can't get it to go. A jump ball, but the Polar Bears will take possession.
I thought at first they were going to call Cade for a foul.
I thought so too. 24, Geenrich bringing the ball down for the Polar Bears. Layden meets him at the top of the key. Geenrich for two, comes up short. Stoner with the rebound. Out front to Layton.
Ooh.
I think he took a little step there, Biggs. The Polar Bear kind of cut him off and destroyed his timing, and Cade took an extra step, called for traveling.
Less than a minute here in the third quarter.
Wolf brings the ball down, puts it behind his back. Delafield goes to his left. Wolf
for three.
It's the three for his first points of the ball game. Miller brings it up. Layton goes to his left. Grassley to the basket, gets blocked.
Eisenberg.
Blocked again by Eisenberg, but draws the foul, I believe, this time. Looks like that might be a foul on Eisenberg, his second.
Team's first.
And Layton will be going to the line to shoot two. There, Biggs, the clock does stop on foul shots.
Okay.
We learned something.
There we go.
Layton rolls into first foul shot. And we'll get his bonus.
The lid is lifted.
Chipped it off there. That one down easily. Layton hits both of his foul shots. Miller with a little token pressure.
Sneak behind him.
Trent's causing some difficulties.
Caused
the backcourt there.
There we go.
A little bit of extra pressure on Wolf. And with that running clock, though, we're not going to get any more time in at the end of the third quarter. We've got a score of the Northern Polar Bears 85, the Rockets 24.
Only scoring by the Rockets was Cade Layton with 2 for 2 at the foul line. And for the Polar Bears, we had French with 5 points, Heisey with 2 points, Wolf with 3, Welshans with 8, and Eisenberg with 2. He was 2 for 2 at the foul line. One team foul against the Northern Polar Bears, and the Rockets have 2 team fouls. When are the Rockets on the court again?
You know, Coach, I don't know that, to be honest with you. No, it's not tomorrow night. I assume Tuesday, if not before. We might have a makeup game Monday. I have to look at that schedule. My sports information director did not have that information in front of me today. That's a new position we have to create, I guess. The sports information director to organize all my thoughts for me.
There we go. Oh, what was going on there? We forgot where we were going.
Their own basket there.
Miller for 2.
Miller did the old okey doke and
Dylan Swift was wide open there underneath the bucket.
Rockets with a quick bucket to start the fourth quarter.
And for the Rockets, we do have Dylan Swales.
Cade Layton with the rebound, comes out, loses the ball temporarily, tiptoes up the court.
Han.
Into his
Cade Layton. Miller.
Oh, Trent tries to get it to Hissong. Tipped out to number 25.
Zell
for the Polar Bears. 3 points in and out. Another rebound by Trent Miller. Good job, Trent. Out quickly to Garrett Hand. Polar Bears are back. Slows him down. Cade Layton drives off the glass. Good hustle by Hissong. Tips to Layton and puts in 2 for Cade Layton. Hissong made that play with a good hustle rebound. Tapped it off to Cade and had nice lay-in.
We have Moyer, number 2, in for the Polar Bears. Number 25, Zell. 0, Delafield. 14, Wolf. And let's see.
Tipped out. Hand comes out of there with the ball. Just brings it up to Miller. Nice buzz pass into Hissong.
For 2.
That's Hissong's first points of the evening. Making a quick contribution here in the fourth quarter.
Rockets in a man-to-man.
Shot in the corner comes up short. Cade Layton's up high with the rebound. Back to Miller to bring the ball up.
Moyer with pressure on
Dribbles down the hand.
Miller.
Controls. Hand drives. Left-handed shot. Off the mark. Cade Layton is back. Number 2 from the Polar Bears is driving in.
Izzo with the
Fouled
rebound.
by Cade Layton.
That's his second.
And is it Moyer, it looks like? Gavin Moyer will be going to the foul line for the Polar
2.
Bears. Moyer has a chance to get his first points of the evening at the foul stripe. First one comes up short.
Grant Ellis checks in to the Rocket lineup.
Moyer with his second shot of the evening. Got that one to go for his first point of the evening.
He's in the scorebook.
Made the paper, as we used to say, Dukes.
They still have papers?
don't
I
think
thought
they have
everything's
papers. I
online.
don't think they have any papers anymore. At least not with any scores in them. Dylan Swales comes up short. Nice try by Cade Layton to save the ball, but he stepped out first. It'll be Polar Bear ball under the basket. I want to thank everybody that's had a role in the broadcast this evening and putting off the event. As always, we have a nicely run event here this evening at James Buchanan. Appreciate all the effort that goes into that. Thanks to our security staff and our game staff. And
Moyer
event
with
staff.
a 3. Comes up in and out.
Mentioned this earlier, but again, want to thank Teleplus and Ellis for his generous contribution of some of our video equipment here to be able to make the live streaming of our events possible this year. We've just started to do any announcing. That's been new to us, Coach Beagle. We've got 3 or 4 games under our belts here, so hopefully that's another added touch that makes the
Next thing you know, we'll be going on the road. ESPN will
I don't
want
know.
us.
That doesn't. Cade Layton with a nice pull-up jumper from the elbow. That sounds like a decent retirement job, Beagle.
Always looking for something to do.
Oh, Cade Layton comes out, gets a steal,
Yeah!
throws it down for a dunk.
And the fans go
There
wild.
we go. That got the Rockets fans excited. Cade Layton with a little breakout.
Wolf with the 3.
Oh.
Zell with the
Grant-
rebound.
Grant Ellis creates a tie up there.
Timeout, Polar Bears. 30-second timeout. We have 3:48 left in this game.
Just under halfway through the fourth quarter. Scoring has slowed down a little bit for the Polar Bears here in the fourth quarter. They've got a lot of their second-string kids in to get them experience and playing time. And they've also slowed down the pace a little bit. They run a more deliberate offense, not trying to push them off the floor quite as much.
And there's things that coaches can do to,
Absolutely.
slow things down, work on some
Absolutely.
things.
I appreciate that. And had some of our younger Rockets get a chance to for some playing time here this evening also.
Our athletic program is Kim Stroud on multimedia, Bob Hoffman on tickets, Erica Piper, Addie Krause, and Colby Starr with live streaming, Tom Colbright for working the clock, and our scorekeeper, Todd Stunner. Thank you for your help and support.
I don't think we got acknowledged it, did we, Beeks?
No, we did not. I guess we have to acknowledge ourselves.
Coach Stroud just did the game time help and did not talk about his announcers on the live stream. But that's okay. We're not in it for the credit, Beeks.
Exactly.
We're just here to serve.
For the love of the game.
It is fun. It's good time. Good to be around. Kids having fun playing sports.
Eisenberg with the shot. Didn't
Dylan
go.
Swale out to Dylan quickly. Back to Trent Miller. Brings up the point, guarded by number 2, Moyer. Layton takes a strong move. Comes up a little short on the shot. Tipped out by Ellis. It'll be Polar Bear basketball.
Ellis was going through him. He thought it was football.
Just over 3 minutes left in this contest.
Moyer at the point for the Polar Bears. Delafield in the corner.
Again, working the ball around, taking some air out of the ball, out of the clock here. Do get into Eisenberg for an easy basket underneath. Trent Miller can't get the layup to go. Got through there nicely.
Oh, we got a
Looks like
foul.
you have take your pick on who wants to get this foul, Beeks.
I'd like to take this opportunity to thank our Athletics Booster Organization and President Steve Layton for their continued support of our athletes and athletic
Can't
programs.
tell. I think it was.
I think they called that on Trent Miller.
Yep.
They did. His second foul.
Lastly, Myerly and Lowe, and the sponsorship of James Buchanan Athletics and photographs.
Polar Bears will bring the ball up slowly. Here with under 2 minutes now in the fourth quarter. Scores 88-34 Polar Bears. Number 2 takes a 3 from the corner.
Miller with the rebound.
Or from the wing, I should say. Does not the bounce. Miller comes out with the rebound, slows it up to Hissong. Drives to his left, back to Miller. Dylan Swales into the, nice dish to Gordon. Knocked out the Trent for 3, a little short. Ellis with the rebound. Can't get the follow to go.
Delafield with the rebound.
Delafield goes hard to his left. A lot of contact, no foul. Put the whistles in their pockets here.
They're ready to go home. Long drive back to the Harrisburg area.
Can't say that I blame them, nor that it was a bad decision.
That was Delafield.
I believe that might be his first points of the evening, Beeks.
Yes, it is.
Miller again. Watched by Moyer. Off to Swales. Kicks it out. Oh, Ellis looks like he fouled Mr. Wolf.
Team's fifth, his first.
About just over 10 seconds remaining here. Looks like the final is going to be a 90-34 effort by the Northern Polar Bears. Congrats to both teams on a hard-fought contest. Again, good luck to Northern. It's going to be fun to watch where Northern goes throughout the rest of this season. Again, I think they're ranked number 1 right now in District 3 and are now 10-0 on the season and have good things ahead of them.
And are they Triple A or Quad A?
I don't know that answer, please.
I'm not sure what. There are 5 different.
They're up to 6 now. I believe they're probably 4A, but I wouldn't bet
I
on
would
that
think
one.
4A.
And for the Rockets, a lot of work to do, but again, there were some nice things happen there. It's good to play a good program to see what you want to get to in your future. So.
All right, and to wrap up, we had Piper with 0 points, 2 fouls. Trent Miller was 1 field goal, 0 for 1 at the foul line with 1 foul. Cade Stoner, 3 fouls. He had 3 threes for a total of 9. Dylan Swales was in the game, no points. Trent Amsley, 3 fouls, and he was had 3 field goals and 1 for 1 at the foul line. Han, no fouls. Cooper with 1 foul, no points. Hissong, 1 foul and 1 field goal for 2. Ellis with a foul. Layton caught fire there in the fourth quarter. He had 5 field goals and was 4 for 5 at the foul line with 2 fouls. And might need a calculator for Northern.
I should have been helping you out, Bees, but I was not. I was just listening.
Delafield, 1 field goal. Moyer, 1 for 2 at the foul line. Delafield had 1 foul. French, 4 field goals for 10. Beam, 1 field goal for 2. Heisey, 2 fouls. 2, 4, 6, 8, 6, 8, 14, 16. He was 2 for 2 at the foul line. Andrew Wolf, 1 field goal for 3. Tyler Weary, 1 foul. He had 14 in the second quarter and held him scoreless in the second half. We had Welshans had 14. He was 2 for 2 at the foul line. And Gingrich was held scoreless in the second half. He had 5 points. And Zell, no scores. And Nate McGill was also held scoreless in the second half. First half, he had two field goals and was 3 for 4 at the foul line. And Eisenberg ended up with 4 points in the second half, 1 field goal, 2 for 2.
All right, Biggs, I enjoyed the game. Thanks for your partnership here.
It was a lot of fun.
Yep, absolutely. And good luck to both teams as they continue on with their season. We're going to sign off for this evening here at James Buchanan High School and the Tuscarora Sports or YouTube Sports channel. Have a good night.
Have a good evening.